What do you think of when you hear the word farm? Do you think of a silo, a red single barn, or chickens, cows, and pigs roaming through the fields? Well, if your answer is yes, then you are thinking what the companies want you to think. The truth is that when you walk into a supermarket and see all the packages with these images on them, you probably don't think that most of your food is not grown in this setting, but in mass production factories or tight warehouses. In the past 50 years, the way that we Americans eat has changed drastically because of increased population, advancements in technology, and profitable opportunities for large corporations. The food industry is not just about growing food anymore, but making gross amounts of profit. The food industry and many others in the world rely on corn in their products. So do you remember using or consuming corn yesterday? Well, you might not think you have, but if you took a shower, brushed your teeth, put on perfume or makeup, and chewed gum, then you probably have. Corn is in a vast amount of products that would be surprising to a consumer. Products such as yogurt, salad dressing, Huggies diapers, aspirin, Motrin, Tropicana orange juice, Duracell batteries, Kingsford charcoal, Aunt Jemima syrup, Kool-Aid, Coke, Sweet and Low, Velveeta, cheese, and fast food have in some way or form corn in them. Close to 90% of all products in the supermarket either contain corn or soy. So why do all of these products contain corn? It is simple. All of these products have corn in them because corn is cheap. The government is paying to overproduce corn because all big corporations need the corn to feed the chickens, cows, and pigs to raise for slaughter. These companies have lobbyists that persuaded the government to keep their companies happy by subsidizing the price of corn. Since corn is in almost everything, there's a big demand for it. The acronym GMO stands for a genetically modified organism. This is when scientists take genes from one organism and place them into another. GMOs give humans the ability to decide what traits are in these organisms. For example, in farming, seeds could be produced to grow faster or to be pesticide or bug resistant. GMOs sound like a great scientific discovery, but eating GMO foods have proven to result in GI tract holes, immune system problems, infertility, or organ failure. The name that usually stands out when speaking of GMOs is Monsanto. Monsanto, originally a chemical company founded in 1901, controls more than 90% of all soybeans grown in the United States in 2006. These seeds are Monsanto's patented Roundup-resistant seed. Monsanto is very strict with controlling the farmers that use their seeds or don't use their seeds. If a farmer doesn't want to grow from Monsanto seeds, then he or she is blacklisted, so he or she cannot buy their seeds anywhere else and eventually give in and crawl back to Monsanto, and therefore growing the crops that Monsanto wants them to grow. Over the years, farmers have tried to challenge Monsanto by saving their seed and reusing them next year, but are met with investigators from the corporation who threaten and set up surveillance on these farms and eventually take them to court. This is very unfair. How could you expect a family-owned small farm to go against a huge corporation in court? Also, Monsanto is in charge of reporting if the food they are producing is safe. This is a huge issue. Why is the person who is trying to sell us the food telling us what's in it? Substances like Agent Orange or DDT was claimed to be safe, but soon found by the public that it wasn't. Monsanto should not have to vouchsafe the safety of biotech food. Our interest is in selling as much of it as possible. Assuring its safety is the FDA's job. This was stated by Phil Engel, Monsanto's Director of Corporate Communications, said on October 25, 1998, in the New York Times. It is believed that it is the FDA's job to look over companies like Monsanto, but when the FDA is mostly run by former Monsanto employees, who do you think will win the fight, the FDA or Monsanto? The FDA was even told by George Bush Sr. to encourage biotechnology. People like Michael Taylor, who have gone back and forth from working for the FDA and working for Monsanto, could be the reason why the FDA has less power. This situation is a conflict of interest. Other people, such as Clarence Thomas, Robert Shapiro, and Margaret Miller, were also affiliated with Monsanto and then with the government or government agency. It is believed that these people give an unfair advantage to lawmaking, ruling against labels, and etc. Labeling GMO products is a huge controversy in many places around the world, including America. In 2007, Obama said,
"I'll immediately implement country of origin labeling because Americans should know where their food comes from. We'll let folks know whether their food has been genetically modified because Americans should know what they're buying."
This issue is also a hot topic on popular talk shows.
In Europe, only 5% of the food is genetically modified. Here, it's 70%. And
what is the definition of genetically modified?
Well, here's something that didn't used to exist. They didn't used to take a gene out of a bacterium and put it in corn so that the corn grows its own insecticide.
Just recently, ballot initiative 522 was denied for the labeling of GMO foods. Soon after the high numbers of voters supporting this, the GMA, or the Grocery Manufacturers Association, which is a group of lobbyists, had $17 million donated to go against the bill. Corporations like PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Nestle USA, General Mills, Hershey, Campbell Soup, Monsanto, and DuPont donated most of the money to go against the ballot. Why can't the GMO foods be labeled? What are these companies trying to keep from us? Other laws have tried to pass but failed, such as Proposal 37, which wanted GMO labeling in California. This would make California the first state to have it mandatory to label GMO products. Politics soon took over. $45 million was donated to go against Prop 37, while a mere $6.7 million supporting the Vote Yes campaign. Famous people tried to encourage the public to support Prop 37 in this commercial.
If there's nothing wrong with GMOs, why not put it on the label? Made with GMOs!
Demand that GMOs get labeled.
you have the power.
Vote yes on Prop 37.
Vote. Vote, and you get to know what's in your food.
Vote yes for the right to know.
Vote yes on Prop 37.
Labeling other things on the package, such as how the food was raised or what the animal is eating, is also mislabeled. For example, when a package has the phrase cage-free written on it, it means that the animal is not confined in a cage but can still be cramped into a large, overcrowded, tight chicken warehouse. If a package says that it is organic, it means that it has to be made up with 95% or more of the USDA's organic certified ingredients and have a USDA organic seal. So whose responsibility is it to monitor the food quality in the United States? I believe that it's everybody's responsibility to control what they are eating.